stay in our country to work. So that money they pay goes into government revenue. It does not come to the pocket of the minister. No, I have seen the video myself, but this is totally outside our scope of work. We are not police people. My labor inspectors are civil or civilian. They are not supposed to arrest people. They are not supposed to handcuff people like we saw in the video. That is totally outside the instruction that we give our inspectors when they go out. We go out to really ask if people they are in compliance with the Decent Work Act by either obtaining their work permit. If you don't have a work permit, our inspectors are expected to bring the information to us. We will invite the people and give them time and say, look, you are given 24 hours to pay for your work permit, because if you work without work permit, it's a violation of our law. But it was strange for us to have seen the inspector act the way he did. But again, to the greater extent, he had to be able to explain that himself. I really can't explain that for him, but we do not support that.
It's disheartening, that when you're in a political space, you make a statement. Politicians have enough reason to criticize the statement, like the statement I made. But when the statement is doctored and changed to a whole new statement against you, and it being used against you from the state platform, from where I pay my taxes for people to do that job, and it's being used against you, is grave. And let me say this for the public to hear today. I wrote the Senate. The pro tem was in her leadership when other senators were very concerned about this matter. We invited the Minister of Information. He came to our open forum in the Senate, and all the Minister of Justice, and admitted that what he wrote was not what I said, but he was under instruction to do it.
He said that?
Yes. And the Senate now told him, with what you are saying to us, then you have to make sure you make some correction. Find a way, let's correct this, because it's affecting the reputation of our colleagues. And this could be any other senator for this matter. That has been more than 3 months now. Nothing has happened. I've continuously said it. It's almost became coming to low like a song. But you can rest assured I won't drop this matter. I will follow it to its logical conclusion. I've raised the issue with the Senate. Even when we opened the last time, I raised it on the floor. We've not called him back. But this matter won't be swept on the carpet. You can rest assured. We will reach a logical conclusion. If it means we'll go to court to clear my name, I will do that. But I will clear my name. So, accusing a citizen, of trying to destabilize a country is no small thing. It's very serious. As chair of the Hydrocarbon Committee, I'm the joint chairman of the committee that will be looking at the Oranto D, along with Senator Nemegu Batikwa, who is on concession, Honorable Prince Mowi, who is on Ways and Means, will look at the financial component, and Honorable Senator Ekostin Che to look at the legal side of it. But what is interesting is that I will be listening to everybody. And for me, everybody will make sense until we can put all of it in one basket and filter it. So I listened to the former speaker yesterday. I read someone like Amla Mame matter. I've read the hit back from Councillor Kano Babala. I've read other, so I'm reading a lot and listening a lot, And at the end of the day, I can assure the Liberian people. I mean, I know people doubt us, our ability. Last time I was listening to Spoon, someone I knew from nowhere, said, the guys are seeking in corruption. Snow is corrupt. So they will just pass a deed, not kind of, And I just want to show our people that we will do due diligence. The issue that have come more of the deal, it's not about what NOCA or LPRA wrote in the deal. It's what Oranto did in Liberia in the past.
Let me say one thing. The audit overdue. When you follow our activities in the 54 for 2018 on the Independent Legislative Caucus, we have pushed for audit. We have for reduction in benefit. That's what even led to the 30% reduction in our benefit in the legislature. So the audit is overdue. And let's be very clear. Audits are not meant to go cash flow. If you go for audit with the intention you're going to cash flow, I mean you premeditated. Your audit
there must be a criminal
distorted. So audit is intended to correct the system or improve the system. So I don't know what we're afraid of that. Look, I can tell you, I spend more money in charity more money in we call it intervention, more intervention. Then if I will be happy to account for every money I receive, so you can know exactly what I spend. I will be happy to tell you that in the legislature, I carry my own vehicle for servicing, okay, for the most part. So if you give me money for servicing, let me account for it. Nothing wrong with that. So I fully support, I say overdue. If the audit is done, look, sometimes it is not because somebody have stolen. Sometimes because your failure to account. Okay, so the audit process will also tell you, hey, but you know what? It is true that this money went XYZ. Okay, we're seeing evidence. Okay, Obey say you bought this microphone. We're seeing the microphone, but there's no document. So the audit will correct you that next time, look, you need to keep a trail. Even though we've seen the microphone for all to tell me the value and the process that you carry through. So that's what the audit is about. So what's the fear? Someone say audit is like witch hunting.
Do you think some of your colleagues fear audit at the legislature?
Some people say it's witch hunting. I mean, if you're a witchcraft, nothing wrong if they hunt you down. But I don't see why. If you're not a witchcraft, why are you worried? Well, so because the decision to audit the legislature is not a cash bank where you just come out and say, hey, do it wherever you feel. It's legislature. I told you it's not lock rolling. One man cannot roll the lock.
So you should make a law.
At the media voter theorem, majority must accept. Sometimes it takes you time. Some people have different understanding. Now they don't want audit, but they have different understanding. Some people make people afraid. Even when we talk about financial autonomy, some people will go for financial autonomy. We will be audited. Yes, we have to, but we need autonomy. We don't want to be under the grace and caprice of the executive. We don't want to.
It's another day in the nation's capital, Monrovia. What a great way to welcome you to another great presentation of the program. INSIDE Liberia on Kear Radio 95.9. And of course, it promises to be great. Like always, we are here to bring you just the issues that matter. Like we always say, can't hold our tongue, speak truth to power. That is the essence of true democracy. If a country would strive to move from where it is to a greater height, it takes courageous men who will stand in the gap to continue to intercede and talk for our country. Talk for the people, the mass of the people who cannot have the opportunity to speak for themselves. So we are here, gradually climbing the ladder in the steps, making sure that accountability becomes the hallmark of Liberia's democratic process. My name is Morris Desmond Brown. Of course, I'm your usual presenter of the program INSIDE Liberia. It comes away every weekday, Monday, Tuesday, Thursdays, and Friday. We are here bringing you just what is necessary. So for the next couple of hours or minutes, almost 2 hours from now until 5:55, of course, I'll be here. And together we're going to have ourselves a great time because you are there. And you are an integral part of this entire presentation. Yes, it promises to be great. Invite a friend to listen alongside with you if you're in your office. Just raise the volume a little bit if you're in your home, maybe at your business center as well. Just raise the volume a little bit. Let's do it together this lovely afternoon. Grab yourself a bottle of water, a glass of juice, or a bottle of whatever you can drink. And let's have a wonderful presentation. District 1 up to District 17, Oswego County. If you're in Grenbassa, welcome. If you're in Magibi County, if you're in Nimba County, if you're in Bapulu, Cape Mount, and Bombing, it's great to welcome you to this presentation. Today is the 13th day of the month of July, and the year is 2026. We're gradually creeping into Liberia 179th Independence Day celebration. What a great way it is. Several persons are online as well. Once you come across the video online, please share so others can join. And let's do it together. Heton Wule Jedo. I haven't seen you for a while. I'm told you're in Sino County, according to what I've heard. So Heton Wule Jedo, I prefer to call him an ally. So good afternoon, ally. I'm watching you from Greenville, Sano County. Nessus Junior Bar is following us from his usual resident in Niku Town. He said is coming back 2029. This is what he wrote. You can do the same. Write your comments on our live feed. We'll read them out for you. And help us to share the video to other groups as well. Yeah, share to other platforms that you're in. Let's do it together this lovely afternoon. Too many things to talk about. On the first segment, we chip chap on issues that are happening currently in Liberia around the political sphere of our country and all of that. We'll talk some developmental issues as well. And then at 5 o'clock, we have a very special conversation coming up that would bring you all of the best. Yeah, we might do an opinion pool at 5 o'clock. Yeah, we want to do an opinion pool at 5 o'clock. So we'll not tell you what is coming up, but at 5 o'clock, it promises to be great. But on the first segment, we'll chip chat on other issues. And then at 5 o'clock, trust me, yeah, it's the heavy one where we try to flex muscles a little bit. Yeah, that is what it is. Let's take a line of our team song. Be back just in a jiffy. Okay, let's welcome you back to the program. Let's take this spot announcement quickly from the Liberia Electricity Corporation, the LEC, very quickly. The Liberia Electricity Corporation is pleased to inform the public that it is collaborating with SNAPT for the implementation of smart metering program. The initial phase of this program will be carried out in Pinsville and its associated feeders. As part of the process, joint teams from LEC and SNAP will begin conducting community engagement activities and customer data collection within the targeted areas. The smart meter comes with several advanced features, including geofencing technology. The meter automatically shuts down and can no longer work if it is removed from its registered installed location. Temporary alert system. The meter automatically sends SMS alerts to LEC, SNAP, and the customer whenever tampering is detected. Automatic token loading. Customers no longer need to manually enter token codes when you purchase your electricity, as credit is loaded automatically on the meter. GPS tracking capability. The meter can be located through a GPS system, identifying its location when stolen. Following the customer data collection exercise, LEC and SNAP will commence the replacement and installation of smart meters. Customers who currently have a meter, possess proof of payment for a meter, or whose meter was previously stolen, with evidence will have their meters replaced free of charge. Customers without existing meter records will have their information collected and will be required to pay the applicable connection fees to be connected. For additional information, please contact the LEC customer hotlines on 4500 or visit the LEC office, Waterside, Monrovia. This announcement is brought in by the management of the Liberia Electricity Corporation, the powerhouse of Liberia. Keep sharing the video. Chris Gate has joined us. He says he's watching us live from Sanikule, Nimba County, number 2, district number 2, according to him. Thanks so kindly for joining us, Chris. Please share the video as well. And Sanikule is a nice place to be. I was just there in say April. Yeah, I was just there in April of this year. I was in Sanikule, Nimba County. Yep. Yeah, it promises to be great. Okay, that is perfect. Okay. That is what it is. We would do what it is here. Okay, let's move on. Few things to talk about, and of course, if you come on live, just share it so others can join. Today, the president of the Republic of Liberia had a very successful meeting with some investors, according to my source at the executive mansion. The president met with investors who are waiting to invest in the health sector and in agriculture. According to what I've heard, details of that is yet to come up. But again, let's commend the president that these initiatives, these conversations will yield fruit, it will yield the needed results, because Liberians, they want to work. Liberians want to work. Yeah. Yeah, so Liberians want to work. And if companies are coming, if things are happening and they can have little work to do, I show all of these hardcore politics that people are involved with, there will be some level of limitations when, when people are busy. Busy doing something, trying to go to work and all of that. It doesn't mean people won't talk politics, but there will be a form of minimization. But as it stands, the country is polarized because a lot of people do not have jobs. So when these meetings are called and the president is there and pushing the case of Liberia, making sure that investment opportunities are scouted, so that Liberians can have something to do, it's something worth commending. Let's pray for the president. Let's pray for the success of the government. We all want the government to succeed, because if the government succeeds, gradually we Liberians will live a better life. And so I guess nobody in the opposition is praying for a unity party failure, the government of the unity party to fail. What is what? That is it. We will just continue to talk about it. Today, after the president broke grounds a few weeks ago, maybe a week or two ago, today road works have started on the expansion of the Japan Freeway project. It's around a $60 million project from Freeport to the Gabriel Tucker Bridge, according to what I've been told. And on my way back home, I will do a full assessment of road works that have started today, according to what I've heard. The contractors, they started to do some work on that road. It's very important. It's commendable as well. Roads are very important. Look, I don't like to hear people say roads are not important. People say, yeah, when you're hungry, you can walk on the road. But we are far lacking behind as a country when it comes to roads. Road networks, road connectivity, and all of that. Look, these things are essential because when you have roads in the country, it attracts investment. Nobody should tell you that road doesn't attract investment. Road does. It does. It attracts investment. Road attracts investment. And if investment is in the country, people will work. So thanks to the president for the expansion of that project, though it is not it is a project of continuity. The CDC administration managed to talk to the Japanese government, and there was some deals, there were some talks, there was some surety that was given to the CDC administration for the expansion of that road. So yes, it is a good thing for a continuation of that project, and that is what the Unity Party is doing. We want to commend them for this until road works have started. Now, these are good things. These are great moments and great opportunities for people. And when that road is perfectly done, it is okay and moving, we can all be glad that yes, we have pliable, because we're living on the bourgeois island, especially those of us living beyond Walla. It's terrible sometimes to commute. Traffic congestion, traffic issues, because the roads are very, very, very clustered, small roads, nowhere to commute, and so on and so forth. So it will bring relief to some of us living that in. It's not just going to be Unity Party folks who will use the road. People from no political affiliation will use it. People from the opposition will use it as well. So development is not about a particular group of people. Let's move on. Well, I've seen debates proffered on social media. I've seen a video going viral of the President of the Republic of Liberia. But before we do that, the Vice President on yesterday, I say yesterday? Yeah. Visited former Minister of Mines and Energy. The Public Works, the Mines and Energy Minister, then former Mines and Energy Minister Wilmot P. has talked tough in recent time. Started to expose some of the ills of the Unity Party administration and all of that. After a week of strong criticism of the Unity Party administration, Vice President Jeremiah Kwan-Kun paid an unannounced visit to the home of Wilmot P. What do you think this visit signifies? In my mind, I think it is a Nimba County solidarity, certifying the relationship of Nimbayans. Remember, Wilmot P is from Nimba County, and the Vice President is also from Nimba County. They may have had some rough times and all of that, but the visit of the Vice President, I think it was a form of humility, going unannounced and all of that. It was quite good. But let's look at the political ramifications. Vamia M. Salif has joined us. He said, good afternoon, Mr. Desmond, Mr. Morris D. Brown, and good afternoon to the peace-loving people of Bapolu County. I'm following from Broville City. Thanks so kindly. Let's look at the political ramification. The Vice President is aiming for the presidency when the current president term expires, or maybe the current president says he's not interested in going for a second term. Automatically, Jeremiah Kun will probably be the man with the shiny face, politically, for the Unity Party. Yeah, but deep in the Unity Party, there are folks who are having some issues with the current vice president. So the political ramification of the visit of the vice president to Women's Space Place, two things may have been the reason. Number one, the vice president is trying to solidify his base, his political base, get to see more people who are influential on his side from the Unity Party and all of that. Secondly, Women Pay have threatened to start to talk some things, go in depth with some of the things that have happened in the government and all of that. I guess the visit was also a form of trying to breach a connect of we must face future explosive, that would have come up. And so the vice president have gone to find a way to, to get it watered down. Well, in my mind, it was a good move. Just the same way the Unity Party administration quickly gave Abraham Nkrumah a job very quickly after the CDC convention, all of that. The CDC have alluded that apparently A.B. Nkrumah was in some conversation with them, that he would have crossed over and all of that. So the Unity Party saw that as a threat, and they had to give him some kind of job, to try to solidify their base as well. All of these things are political gimmicks, I see. But the actual thing which all should be fighting for is the well-being of Liberians. Look, we can talk all of the politics when Liberians are not pretty seated. They're not finding square meal a day, or even a meal a day. They're not finding it to go to bed. They can better send their children to school. They can better pay their rent, and all of those things. It makes it difficult for people to believe in the system. And that is why all of what we say and all of what we do, we have to get to a point where we got to pressure the government to do the needful, the things that the government should do. We should pressure them. It's very important. Emmett Hammond has joined us live this evening from Kakata, Margibi County. Thanks so kindly for joining us. And so that is what it is. But it was a very good move by the vice president. Now, let's look at the president's trip at first. The president came from Turkey. Not much did I hear about conversations that were held, sureties that were given, and all of that. Not much of it that I heard. But I heard the president, after the journalists asked about criticism of his visit and too many things that characterize some things that Liberians believe, would have been a part of his visit and all of that. He said the only answer he could give was to say he lived with them. I think that was not an answer for people who are criticizing. When people criticize, they need clarity. When people criticize a system, they need more clarity to be provided. I thought the president would have taken the moment to say, though they say so, but these are the things that are coming out of Turkey since I visited. When I went there, these are the conversations that I had. These are the things that we expect. Instead of saying to Liberians that it is up to them, they live with them, they can think any way they want to think, they can say what they want to say. I think that was not a good statement from the president. And this one, I'm not blaming it on those that are managing the president or those that are around the president. I think this one is from himself. This one is from himself because he was interviewed, he was asked on spot. And he said he lived with them. Godfrey Collins have joined us. He's watching from Bartnersville, Drivers Market. Thanks so kindly. This one, I think the president slipped. That was the perfect moment for the president to explain his visit to Turkey. Tell the Liberian people that some of the things that you are hearing from the opposition, some of the things you are hearing from these people are not true. What is true is that I went to Turkey. These are the conversations that I'm having. These are the conversations that I had there. And these are things that are expected to come out of the conversations and the meetings that were held. Instead of giving the statement that the president gave, I think it was a form of cheek to say it's up to them. Let them think any way they want to think. Let them say anything they want to say. As far as I am concerned, I'm doing what please me. That is not a good answer from a leader to his people. That one, we have to say it, that the president didn't do well. On top of that, the president goes to a private club, a private nightclub. Why is it a subject of conversation? We'll give a background. It is a subject of conversation because when former President Weah became president of the country, he has gone to watch his son play it. Look, and I'm going to say this for the record. If my sons, I got two boys, that's why I said my sons, are playing football or they are into any kind of career path that I'm supposed to support them, and I'm president of the Republic of Liberia and they're having event that I should be there, I will go there. I will see my children perform. If it is about performance, they will perform in front of me and I will see it. I will give them all of the support. If my daughter, Royalty Anna Brown, is in some kind of competition or she's out of the country and she's in some kind of competition or doing something that is meaningful and I'm supposed to support her and I'm president of the country, I will go there to support her. I'm saying these things to tell you clearly that these are not issues we should dwell on as a country and as a people. Because family comes first in everything. God first, after God, is family. Look, I don't even regard government over my family. Let the government go sleep. Look, my family is so precious to me. And so, family over everything. It must come a time that people will stop judging people because they are in higher ups or they are in higher positions. They are in positions of trust. And so because of that, they should not support their families. They should not support their children, even if their children are into some meaningful ventures. It comes right back in the laps of the Unity Party folks. I am telling you, when I'm president, any day, any of my children are in any competition, wherever they are, I will go there to support them. And I know what I'm doing that. I'm doing it because family is the strongest arm that holds a group of people together. So former President Weah will go to see his son play it. It became an issue. It became an issue. The Unity Party folks said it was a waste of resources. It was a waste of the country's money. It was a waste of time. It was a waste of the country's time and all of that. Why should former President Weah go to see his son play it? Why should former President Weah go to see his son play soccer? When that is the career path this child has taken. And because his father is president and he's playing, his father should not go to cheer him up. His father should not go to support him. It was a big issue in this country. Even the current president criticized the then president. I said, even the current president of the country, President Joseph Newman Boakai, while you were in opposition, he criticized former President Weah for going to see his son play it. They had a press conference. This current president of the country, then in opposition, was the one who spoke and condemned the president then for using state resources to go and see his son play. How can you distinguish state resources from the man's personal resources when he goes to support his son? But the Unity Party people said it was state resources, whether it was President Weah's money, personal money then, it were all characterized as state resources that was used. Today, it has fallen back in the laps of the Unity Party. It has fallen back in the laps of the Unity Party. Look, it is about time that we start to look at our country more They're trying to cast some kind of thing that will haunt us in the future. That is what is happening to the United Party now. Some of the very things that they criticized before, they are doing it. Former President Weah was criticized for having his wedding anniversary, having party for his wedding anniversary and birthday parties and all of that. This current president was just a year in office. Just a year in office, he celebrated an opulent wedding anniversary of he and his wife at Prince City Hall. Opulent celebration. Extravagant celebration. It was a golden celebration. Everybody in this country saw that. Do I criticize the president for doing it? No. If I'm president, I will have parties. Anniversaries, I will have it. Birthday parties, I will have it. Even my children's birthday parties, I will have it. Look, we got to stop being fake. And that is what is punishing the United Party now. The United Party was faked. And we need to say this. Because if you criticize a particular government for not doing what they're supposed to do, and you come to power and doing exactly what you criticize, then you are not the change that you fought for. You're not that change. It means that the Liberian people were being scammed. Because you can't let the Liberian people to believe that you are the savior, you can do everything rightly and all of that. So it means that some of the things that the United Party were criticizing, they were only doing it because they were playing on the gullibility of the society. The gullibility of the people, that the people who see everything as a problem. That yeah, some people say, yeah, you're wrong, they're wrong. So if I am president of the country, I will have anniversaries. If I'm president of Liberia, I will have parties. Look, I will support my children. Family. Family, not something to play with. Haven't you heard that blood is thicker than water? It's a Liberian saying. Blood is thicker than water. But it was a problem before. It was a problem before. It was a problem that a president will leave the country to go and see his son play. The United Party folks had press conference and said all kinds of things there. Today, it is back in the laps of the Unity Party. The president came from Turkey and his son is into music. Every proud parent wants to see their child excel in whatever profession or whatever career path they choose. Tantan is a musician. Everybody knows that. And I think he's about to launch a new song or something. And he's trying to have, some means to, to give that song some level of publicity and all of that. Who will grace such an occasion if a father and mother do not grace that occasion? Of course. It was the right thing for the president and his wife to go and see their son display his talent. And it was also a good thing for former President Weah and his wife to go and see their son play too. Now, sometimes I'm sick into my stomach when I see these very things that the Unity Party people criticize. It is happening on the Nawash. For me, I see nothing wrong with it. Let me be very honest. I see absolutely nothing wrong with it if the folks from the Unity Party would not have made it an issue few years back. They made it a subject to discuss. They made it an issue. They made it as a taboo that shouldn't have happened. The Unity Party felt that governance was about coming to become an immaculate person. Have you heard about the immaculate conception? So you're coming to become an immaculate, person that you do no wrong, you do nothing wrong. Everything will just be straight. The country will run fairly. Everybody will have equal share of the natural resources. Even if it calls for Liberians to have data money being shared on them, maybe that would have happened and all of that. It's giving the Unity Party a hard time, to be honest. If Unity Party folks know about what is happening, look, I will tell you for free, no Liberian should criticize the president and his wife for going to see their son display his talent. They were proud parents to see their child grace the stage. A proud parent who want to see their child, excel in their career. That was what Tantan was doing. But here is the issue. It was an issue before. And now, the current opposition people will tell them, say, shut up, you don't talk about it. No, we can't tell them to shut up. Because you, Unity Party folks, you made it as an issue before. So when they're making it an issue now, it should not be. But I, as a journalist sitting in this chair, I see absolutely nothing wrong with the president of the Republic of Liberia and his wife going to see their son, displayed his talent. I now have issue with former president. We are in wave going to do that. So I would not have issue with the current president and his wife. I wouldn't have issues. But they brought this on themselves. They brought this one on themselves because they criticized the former government, the former president and his family. Look, who don't want to see their family excel? You saw the president going to a nightclub to see his son display his talent. You know what drove him there? You think it's just about his position as the president? He was driven there because it was his blood that was standing on that stage. Or you expect the president of the country to neglect his blood when he's been asked? And if the son says to his father, I want you to come and grace my occasion. And the father says, son, I'm coming. Or the father says to his son, no, I will not come there because I'm the president of the country. I'm not supposed to be the club. You expect that to happen? No. But now it is about time that we tailored our conversations. We tailored our political, statements in the right direction. We become more transparent with what we say. Because some of the very things the Unity Party people criticize, then they are doing it now. Former president, we are traveling with large delegation. This current government is traveling with large delegation as well. What's the change? It's almost like walking in the shadows of the people. So there was no need for the unnecessary criticism that came up then. But I'm telling you, if you made me president today, I will support my family 100%. Everybody has held to positions of trust to support their family, not at the detriment of the people you're serving, though. I'm not going to do it at the detriment of the people I'm serving. But if I'm supposed to go support my son or any of my children, I will definitely do with my full chest. I told you, if I were president, I would have a private jet. I will not go to no commercial flight to go do anything, to go be passing through transit, go stop to the other country. No, I will not do that. I will ride private jet if I'm president of the country. Don't waste your time. Anybody who tell you I will not ride private jet, I will not do that. Look, it is about time you Liberians open your eyes and see the realities. That man didn't go down there as a president in his capacity as president last night. I mean, the night he went to support his son, he went there as a proud father. He went there as a father to see his son. If his wife accompanied him to see her son that she bare for 9 months, who want to neglect their own? So I personally, as a journalist, do not have issues with the things. They are not issues. Why is it an issue now is because they criticize the former administration of doing it. Why are they doing it? If you think you want to run an immaculate government, a government of immaculate conception, a government that will have no blame, a government that will be sinless, a government that will not have any sin. The government will just run, everything will be smooth, everything will just be correct. Then you should criticize everybody. Everything they do, criticize it. Then when you come there, you do the right things. When you come there and do similar things, then that's a problem. The last thing I want to say on the first segment is the Minister of Information. And this is about time that the office of the Ombudsman wake up. The office of the Ombudsman need to wake up. There are too many violations that are being carried out in this administration, and they're closing their eyes. It's not in the purview, like the other day I was saying, it's not in the purview of the Senate to be doing the work of the office of the Ombudsman, even though they're providing their oversight. But it should be the office of the Ombudsman who will now arrest these situations first. CSA boss, Mr. Josiah Joker, was seen wearing, how do you call it? Nemo shirt. To date, I'm not too sure that the office of the Ombudsman has been able to call Mr. Josiah Joker. It is the Senate who have called him. He will be appearing tomorrow. The Minister of Information have used his office as a video club. I'm going to say this without any fear nor favor. That office is a public office. If you want to watch football game and have the noise in the office and have the yelling and all of that and slamming doors and doing all kinds of things, you should do that to your house. It is where you have all of the time to do what you want to do. That place is a government space. It is your space. It is the space given to you to do government job, not to go open a messy argument and all of that in your office to watch football game, all of that. Doing almost working hours and all of that. Look, it is a violation of the code of conduct. Public officials need to know what to do and what not to do. Too many violations are going on. And I think the office of the Ombudsman need to wake up. Now, let's take calls on this first segment. These are a few things that we have on the first segment. Second segment promises to be more than what it is in the first segment. Yeah, so the first segment is just what it is. These three things we talked about. Let's open the lines and hear from you. You are integral part of what we do here. 07777 959 959. 0881-871-670 are the numbers we can take your calls on now. Let's take calls. This person.
Hello?
Let's hear you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you for allowing me to be a part of the program this afternoon. But you know why?
No, sir.
You have a problem.
What is the problem that I have?
You are your own problem.
Go ahead. Let's hear you.
Okay. So we talked back in 2022. Former President George Weah got on a private jet, went to America, flew out to see his son play football. All the time the workers started until the end and he was there. And you want to compare it with the old man just leaving his house, drive around and go to one nightclub to see his son. You want to compare those kind of things. How are you doing your analysis?
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
You want to sound you are not criticizing it.
Let me ask you a question now.
Everything you
let me ask you a question.
Characterized by sentiment.
Hello.
You are carried away far.
Hello.
So if you want to describe those kind of things, your analysis should be clean, let people see and make review. Yes.
Let me ask you a question now. Take your time. But I'm making confusion. So the EPA officers that were guiding who the private money is paying?
You say?
The EPS officers that were being carried there to man the president. They said his private money is paying them.
So is that
the gasoline? Wait. Hello, the gasoline. Hello, listen. The gasoline that he used to go there, is it his private money, his own money that he put in the car to go there? You need to stop. I'm just saying to you, and I said this clearly. I do not have issues with the president going to support his son. And I said that clearly. You brought your political thing here. I was clear that I don't have issues. What making an issue now is because the Unity Party have criticized the same things before. That's what make it an issue for the other people. But for me, I said clearly that I do not see any issue wrong with it. I know where your analysis come from that you want to twist it the way you're twisting it. Let's take more calls. This person.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon. Let's hear you.
This Ruben Khan and I call from my Ghana restaurant.
Ruben, I haven't heard you for a while. Ruben Khan calling from Ghana.
The family have been hit a while.
Hey man, I'm so sorry.
Lost my twins brother December. Lost my sibling in June.
Oh my God, so sorry. So sorry.
But let me appreciate you. I started following your radio saying yesterday when Roger was on radio and today. It is saddening. People will talk and have no research. And that's why the difference between the proper defender then and that of the ruling establishment, they are defenders, they don't make research. President William made 10 days exactly to Qatar under FIFA call. President William made in after 5 days in Egypt, 6 days in Europe, in Morocco. Then he went back to Paris. But remember, when he was coming, after all the trade he made in America to the United Nations, 200 and plus million came in the country. Why have we got it from Kosovo? Why have we got it from China? When all the promises were made, all were in billions. All the billions have ended into thin air. But today, if President Walker will go to a program in a club to witness his son, which for me is good. But you know, the standard those people made, they have a standard for the country, for governance. That's why we are putting them on their feet. And they commit to it because they said this thing yesterday that the former president did was wrong. Do not go for your son program. Even your mom or your pa have a program, do not go there. These are the standard Unity Party said. When do not go for football game. Then you will see today our own minister in this country, football game and whatsoever. You saw President Boka with Jesse in Ghana. You saw the information minister, he made the entire area as club office.
Okay.
We're talking about this section is by the way. Until these decisions are restricted and controlled or under control by the opposition, we never rest.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ruben Khan. Let's take Edmond Carr. Edmond, welcome. Oh, Edmond, you went off. You could call back. 077-959-959, 0881-871-670 are the numbers you can call. Let's take Lawson P. Lawson, let's hear you.
Thank you, man, for thank you for the recognition. Let me say good afternoon to our audience. As you rightly said, I'm Lawson Pine, and I'm the official PRO for the Intellectual Bureau of the United Party. I call from this shit too. Good afternoon.
Let's hear you, Lawson.
So let me appreciate you, man, for your analysis. Look, somebody said, why have you got it from Kosovo or China? Why Kosovo? The restoration of our state integrity is paramount. Today, when anybody has a Liberian passport and go anywhere, they can be questioned before, they can be suspected. No, our state integrity has been restored. There are so many things that in the world now that you guys are damaged for injury time that we are repairing. You want to question somebody about traveling business and compare an analysis with Jaibuya and the other person Baka? Don't you know that the work that the president we went on, it was not in Liberia, it was not in the bedroom, it was not in a Jamaica resort that we're talking about. You took the country money and just go walk in Qatar. We should not say that we won't compare somebody going to a nightclub in the same Liberia here. Is that what you want? You want to let your own way? No, man. That could be very shameful for you guys. To lecture somebody about comparing people, somebody who have gone and Qatar with state money.
But Lawson, the person who went to see his son, how can we distinguish whether it was his personal money that he used to put fuel in his car to go there or that government money? So how can you also distinguish that the money that President we are used to go was also his state money, then his personal money?
Okay, thank you so much. You have a very brilliant question. Let's compare international travel and national travel. Let's compare this thing. We are saying to you, if right now you around that particular Barry around the Barry market. Going home now, you can go anywhere, you pass anywhere. All the people know you can go to work. But going home after work, you go at a private level. But not to take the state money and post it on the issue. I mean, they can mention website that you're going to Qatar to go watch a football game.
No, I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure the president posted or then to say he's going to watch football game on the executive marshal website. I don't know whether that was posted. But let's take Edmond. Edmond, welcome.
Thank you. That is a debate that will never end. And you see there. So the way in which he will go after President Weah, go after Benedict Cummings, go after the opposition, that is how we'll go after Boga, because you guys are not our problem. Boga is the leader. He must deliver. Okay? So this is Edmond, and I remain the visually impaired that are pushing for the return of our president, George Manuel Weah, and proud member of Concerned Liberian for Justice. You know, the first thing he's going to be discussing here is about the place where they are having the event. The president could have stayed home and say, I will watch the thing on projector when my son finished, like he come to me. Or he could not advise his son to find a different venue than a clock where anybody can go. In a place, you are having a colorful light bulb. So they are not even looking at the president's security also. And this is why the guys around the president need to be on top of their game, because you are the one that's supposed to dictate the movement of the president.
I didn't even look at the security ramification, all of that. But these are very critical issues about his security and all of that.
Right. This is what we will look at. Then you come here, instead of telling her, now because Joe, we are going to go watch his son play football, you put it out. Then why can you not tell your president that what you did, it was not call for you, neither not to do so? President, why didn't pay his way to go to Qatar to go watch his son play? No, because he was having so many trade around there, Euro, Asia, and the Middle East. And in that trade, it was the invite to watch the opening ceremony of the World Cup. And he was opportune to watch at least just one game of his son play. What did he bring back to us? Emory Hospital. What he brought? PHP. What he brought? Silent discussion we got at that time from his colleagues, the Qatari government. They was to take our role from where we left it from Burkina to Salaye. They was to take it from Salaye to Kondi. A $100 million commitment was made. But because that funding was not so, this is the reason why you cannot get it. This is what we are saying. If you work with President Weah, he can make sure that more doors are open to you, because there were a whole lot of commitment, and these guys only trust him. But you still can't, you tell when you bring up a passport, that your passport not in people's hands, so that means you are done well. Then what about the cocaine? What can you say about the 19.2 million worth of cocaine that your rescue government is not exporting out of our country? George, we were trying to find it to bring it here, call it a y'all. But this time that we're not looking for it, we can say that there is a production site, because you must have a production site, you must have a deposit before you be able to export. But he came by, instead of him saying how he can address that, he chose to go watch his son launch or music in the club, not even any other places. Let's look at it before I drop it down. Let's look at the issue at JFK. The dialysis machine left there for President Weah a breakdown. This government brought in new one. They brought it, according to the hospital authority, it cannot function. Those that carry the kidney problem now, they are left in with all medical attention. These are things that the president should say, look at it, thing for him to go into club, to go launch some full or musical stuff. Yes, he can attend your some program, but the location, the security, let the guys look at it, because those are who are in opposition. That is our president. I think what you do under the states here in. You should also be concerned about the president's security. You're carrying on a leg ball that is very, very deep. Nobody can see Anybody boss patrol over there, you know what kind of shot it was sent to the president, you could be flying out of the country again for another treatment.
Okay.
So be careful how we do things when you come to the presidency.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. Let's take Patient. Patient Green.
Yeah, how you doing, Desmond Brown?
Let's hear you, Mama.
Yeah, Patient Green, my brother, let's be for president.
Okay. Okay. Mr. Brown, you can call back on the WhatsApp number, please. Yeah.
You know, some people can start enjoying their OAA, you know, They perfect to us that will start to see printing in your government. Ain't that it? That some of the printing to see our president go to next month. That's called the street thing, my brother. To see our president go to next month in your OAA. He's thinking about his head, he's not thinking about his head. But when in that, if that president we are today, that protest Desmond Brown, you know that. When that president we are today, that protest you are here, president we are when Qatar. Oh, they say president we are not the country vulnerable. It won't Qatar, but today that kind of agency is all of you call as a bastard people. As a bastard people, that is security council for the memo, security council. That is security council memo in the club. They ain't all together, they're president, the memo in the club. They may say, speech will happen in government, see the kind of speech that happen, and president going to left, but they may go fear back.
Okay. All right, Patient. Thank you. Let's take Donzo. Mr. Musa Brown, you can call on the WhatsApp number. We'll take your call from the US. Let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening.
Donzo, let's hear you.
Okay, Mr. Brown. You know, thank you for your brilliant analysis, and I agree with you. You know, if I were president, you know, I would ride private jet, and then I will go to anywhere my child or children having any.
Are you there? Donzo, we lost you along the line.
Hello.
Yes. Your name and where do you join us from?
My name is Prosper, joining from Johnson Street.
Johnson Street. Let's hear you.
Yes, I want to make a clarity first before I make my
Go ahead, Mama.
Yes, while the previous caller just said when President we are when Qatar there was a protest. So that's a big lie because nobody protested, but there was a talk. And on my point here is, one thing I can tell people, one reason I don't have voter registration card in this country because I don't see any serious leaders. Sorry to say, but I'm being real. Because everything people will preach against when it comes to power is going to be the same thing they're going to do. Now, I can feel that no government has come to power like I had for the country. And you know the country last in the hands of the youth. You know how many youth now passing around the street, graduated from high school, no job, no good education. People, even in a public university, you have to pay. You have to pay a certain amount of money to a certain group of individuals before you enter in a public system. So while the working they are doing, nothing they are doing for us. Like people saying roads. While people is getting mad about the roads, you don't know government is continuing. So if another government already facing a way, another government coming to they come say that I still roll a facing. So while the improvement, their education system, you know how many girls are being harassed, they don't want school campuses. The Ministry of Education, so even do like they don't go on the campuses for like check or even do a wellness when it comes to school, your health. The Ministry of Health lacking. So every system in your country is backward. So for me, for my own suggestion, my own opinion, we just need a different mindset of leadership. But again, we are Liberians. We work on sentiment. Now, why you do for the country? Thank you for having me.
Thank you so kindly for joining us as well. Let's take this call from the Lone Star number. Let's hear you.
Thank you very much, dear brother. And thanks to the Kear family for always doing the best for the Liberian people in our beautiful country.
Pokarawa, let's hear you.
Thank you very much for that magnificent recognitions. You see, for the pocket and pocket robot, and I don't this even for our own destinations. You see, Brother Brown, we have to be very serious. We have to be very serious in how to progress and put our foot in the things of making progress. What I'm trying to say is that narrative, if it is not proper, Brown should not be nobody. If you're not poker, it should not be nobody. We have to raise that sentiment and that narration. People, I won't get angry with Mr. Brown going to witness his own talent. I won't get angry with it. And I stated that morning on Trump FM where he cannot some deputy minister appear. And this one I'm going to say Korea is all I want to appear on the children. But what is what yesterday when 2011 go back in from talent, a talent in interest of your family. The people who the rest is here, they are not a serious matter. It is not speak you up now. Uncle and anybody got me for going and wasting and motivating his son in a career. Today, we have our president sitting in neck club. There's nothing to sugarcoat. That thing is a neck club. And now you have nothing, okay. People are doing they do a traumatic military club. They do a traumatic military club. So our president, so we did the presidency at that level, trust me, it was a serious public relegation to the presidency. Serious public relegation. But for you to go to the phone, I won't get angry. Everybody will let you see the phone, educating in, making one or two progressive moves. But the vicinity that you want to
Okay, Puka. Thank you. Thank you so kindly, Puka. Let's go back to the Orange now, Lion Tick. Donzo was on the line, but he left. Let's hear you.
Yeah, my unit was common as.
Yeah, okay, let's hear you.
This policy that the CDC government brought to the country to make the citizens to have job. Well, to the conversation. Well, my name is Muhammad Donzo Fana Jr., a proud son of Lofa County and a proud member of Concerned Librarian for Justice. Well, some of these guys coming on this platform want to compare President We Are Trip with that of Mr. Bwaka,
you just go ahead and say your own, my brother. Lead them.
Yeah, I don't want for people to be, making comparison with the dynamic President Trip and that of just, club visit. The visit of President We Are. It was a great occasion that you see a lot of great personality, great minister, great president around the world. So, but Mr. Bala, when I visit, what do we see? We see a lot of people that are smoking drugs, smoking cigarettes around here. It was a race for our president in that club. So the young people, it was just a race. So thank you.
Thank you. Let's take more calls. This person, let's hear you.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Yeah, my name is Christian Sebwe, and my phone is on my comfort zone. We have Desmond Lega listening to you. You see the country, Liberia, we now move forward because our mindset, the issue of hate for each other is actually eating up the fabric of our society. Like if we can retrospect, we all the good initiative that President We Are carrying out. People still criticize our President We Are using the country money in an extravagant fashion. President We Are traveling from one country to another without dividend. But I can tell you for a fact, the Unity Party people have set a standard that they cannot continue. Today, the President traveled to Turkey in Kimba. Anything. For those we are when he went Qatar, so we are came back. He necessitated the construction of the Emory Hospital. Where they say, the Emory Hospital now could nowhere see the Emory Hospital. Up to now, the government can even maintain the Emory Hospital. The Dialysis Center at GSK. And too many things that we are doing, even the military hospital, for still this government criticized us. We are when they were in opposition. They say, Joe, we are bringing good, Joe, we are Buka, then so Joe, we are dead, and that the king then they are doing the thing. Then the Unity Party people instead of them someone in the courage to critique that government, say you're criticized, President. We are in the past for no reason, and then they want to justify. Say, Baka, Not because he president, but he can go, honor the request of his son. Nobody against him honoring the request of his son, but he condemned me yesterday.
Okay, thank you.
So we need to see the change of narrative. That's where the sticker issue is.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you so kindly. Let's take this person from line 1.
Yeah. Good afternoon.
Yeah, good afternoon, sir.
Thank you, Chief. And I say good afternoon to your listening audience following this broadcast. So this is Quayle William Covey, and I joined this conversation from District 3 as an executive of the United Party Intellectual Bureau. So let me appreciate you so much for the talking points. Look, it's unlaughable when I see people wanting to compare the two things, right? I don't see any similarity into this thing, and I don't see any any connections to compare here. I don't. Look, one president took Liberian people resources, went and fought it on a foreigner, and to support a foreign nation that has no benefit to Liberia, that has, that Liberians tend to benefit nothing. How can you compare that to a man who have gone to work and left from work in the evening time on his private time, and he said, let me go and promote a Liberian business, which is the entertainment center. Let me go and promote a Liberian artist, in which, of course, when you look at the arrest agenda, the ARREST, they see they stand for tourism. I don't know what are some of those guys on the horseback know what they call tourism. I don't know what are some of the things they think when they talk about tourism, what are some of the things for honor tourism, or what are some of the things you can describe to as tourism. Look, musical, food, all of these things for honor tourism. So when you look at the president going to grace the occasion of a Liberian artist launching his son, that alone brings pride to Liberian tourism. Is that to boost the tourism sector of our country. Look, when that man go up or his son go higher nationwide, international wide, what are they going to say? A Liberian musician, a Liberian music. They are not going to say it's an American. No, and that's part of the state of that man now. He has the right to go in other countries, and naturally he said that like the other man did. He has the right to deny Liberia pride. Just I don't want to be a Liberian. I don't want to associate myself with Liberia. I will go and naturalize myself in America or in Great Britain and whatever. That's why people want to compare somebody who left our job for 48 days. He left Liberian people.
No, that was not the time the man left for 40. No, that was not the time. No, don't do that one yet, please. Can't do that other one on the platform. Okay, I beg you, don't do that other one, please. Well, my big brother is also locked down. I mean, so I see my big brother to the getting somewhere where I'm supposed to go see. If you have president of the country, I'm not go see Mr. Robert Brown. Boto, hope you're doing great this great afternoon. As you listen to your little brother, man. Thanks so kindly, big brother, for always taking up the time. Robert G. Brown for always listening. Thanks so kindly. He says lockdown is following. Well, the last and final segment comes inside very shortly. Very, very shortly we get to, but here's what I wanted to say quickly. Look, I don't know what people try, what's the dissimilarities that people try to configure it. The president went to a nightclub. It was inappropriate. It was inappropriate. And I don't know why we are not honest to ourselves in Liberia. And like Edmond said, it raises security questions. I saw the video of the president being in that club with bulbs that were redly shining. Redly shining. They were not even no good lighting system. Anything will happen. Look, are you people not taking into consideration the security ramification, the security implications? Are you people not taking that into consideration? Everything about this country is politics, politics, politics. Look, there should have been a formal program other than being in the night, a day program in a very unique hall where Tantan will do his program call his parents to go there, they go there. We'll not be having this conversation. Me, with all of what I've said, I've told you directly that if you make me president of the country and my children are into any career path and they're supposed to go and perform, look, I will go there, I will support them. I will not even look back. So I do not have issue with the president going to support his son, but I got issue with the timing, I got issue with the venue. I got issue with it. So the other man who call and say, look, this is a democratic process. I like for people to disagree with me, but you got to be honest in your disagreement. I sat here making an analysis of almost an hour. And the only thing you pick from what I said was because I said the president, similar thing was being criticized when former President Weah was president, and that's true. The Unity Party is not an immaculate conception. The Unity Party is not a government of, group of people who are immaculate. No. There are people who make mistakes now, but they criticize others. What makes an issue now is because they criticize others for doing almost similar thing. I having an issue that the president will go to that program in the night, no good lighting system, the security implication of the president being out there late in the night, in a club, in a nightclub. So I don't know what some of you are getting the argument. But again, the country is so polarized to the extent that people tend to forget nationalism over individualism. Patriotism counts. It should be the hallmark. I'm not taking call on the first segment. I'm just trying to climax it, and then we'll move to the second and final segment. Patriotism should be the hallmark. It should be over individualism. Patriotism is so good. And if we all apply patriotism to what we do, our country will move forward. We will progress. We will not retrogress. Let's move on to the last and final segment of the program. And this is where I'm going to be assessing your honest opinion. Whether you are a Unity Party person, you are a seditian, you are an ANC partisan, and all of that. We want to assess your candid opinion. Now, this morning, the Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs at the Ministry of Information, Cultural Affairs and Tourism, sorry, not Cultural Affairs and Tourism anymore. The Deputy Minister for Information, Daniel Sando, appeared on one of the local stations, Brown FM, and these are the things he said. But before that, over the weekend, the chairman of the Unity Party, Reverend Luther Tappe, spoke over the weekend in a very elaborate press conference. And in that press conference, Mr. Luther Tappe said that the government needs, the entire cabinet needs, needs reshuffled. In fact, he said they are submitting names of ministers and directors that are not performing in the government for the president to replace them immediately. Do you agree with him that the government needs reshuffle? If there should be a reshuffle, where do you recommend to the president? Which ministry or agency do you recommend to the president that isn't working at all, that needs serious reshuffle? But do you first of all agree with the chairman of the Unity Party, Reverend Luther Tappe, when he says the government needs reshuffle, that most of the people in the government are not working? Now, this is an admittance that there are ministries and agencies that are dormant, that are not working at all. And these ministers and directors, of these various ministries and agencies are just there, or managing directors are just there, and their sectors remain dormant. Do you agree with that? Daniel Sano goes to a radio program now. He was granted interview, and this is what he said. Let me read you verbatim what Mr. Daniel Sano said. The first thing Mr. Daniel Sano disagrees with Reverend Luther Tappet. This is what he said. Deputy Minister for Press and Public Affairs, Daniel Sando, responded to ruling party National Chairman Luther Tappet, calls for an immediate cabinet reshuffle, stating that the current cabinet is the most efficient since the tenure of former President Johnson Sirleaf. Sano reaction comes and may intensify calls for the Unity Party from the Unity Party Chairman Luther Tappet, urging President Joseph Nyeman Boakai to replace underperforming officials. Speaking on Prime FM Monday, Deputy Minister Sano said, despite he recognizes Luther Tappet as chairman of the Unity Party, but he believes the current cabinet is proceeding efficiently, evident by the performance of members doing the Presidential Award for Ministers and Ministries and Agency. According to Sano, the current cabinet under President Boakai is more efficient and proactive, as all officials are being mandated to give a periodic report on their workings, so as to give room for necessary suggestions where improvement needs to be focused. Now, I go back to the president cabinet meeting. The president have had, since he became president, he has had 22 cabinet meetings. All of these 22 cabinet meetings, the president, on most occasions, you've called on his cabinet to do them. That not much he's seen from their workings. He have said that repeatedly. But Mr. Daniel Sano, who is the Deputy Minister for Information, is saying that Luther Tappet's call for a cabinet reshuffle is out of order because he believed that the entire cabinet is working. Everybody in their position are doing well. They are performing and the country is moving forward. Everything is okay. When the president himself has gone to cabinet meetings and have urged his cabinet that he would take disciplinary actions on some of them who are not, working, because he have noticed that there are some leakages in the issue of productivity. Not much has been felt. The librarian people job haven't been done the way the president feels that it should be. The president has complained on several occasions. So for the deputy minister to say everything is going fine, the entire cabinet is performing, do you agree with this? Whether you are a Unity Party person or a CDC person or ANC or any political party, let's have a frank conversation. Let's have a real-time conversation for our country. Do you think the cabinet is actually working? Do you think the current breed of people in the president's cycle, in the president's kitchen cabinet or in the president's cabinet in generality, are they really working? Are they working in the interest of the people? I mean, are you satisfied with the current configuration of the cabinet? If you are to make recommendation to the president, which ministry or agency do you want the president to reshuffle or so? We'll open the lines and here you have a minute. Each caller to a minute. When you have your minute, go straight to the point. Explain why you want this person to be something, or why should the president not do reshuffle, all of that. So we'll give you a minute, live up to your minute. Once your minute finished, we'll cut you off because we want others to participate as well. Let's open the lines. On this segment, I tend not to talk much, but to give you the opportunity, the people, to make your points known so that everybody can hear you. Let's run to the lines and start to pick your calls now. 0777 959 959, 0777 959 959, or 088 1871670 are the numbers you can call. Plus 231 13 20 94. You can call that WhatsApp, or plus 231 777 959 959. Let's run to the lines and start to pick your calls. Let's take this first person. Let's hear you.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
This is Mr. Bauer speaking from district number 9.
Let's hear you, Mr. Bauer.
Let's hear you. What happened here? I think I really like the way how you put it. I was present when that enterprise interview was going on, I was there. And I was happy over it. Because what we're doing, and as far as I can say, I will not beg. But what I told them, I said, what we're doing, the base for our doing that people will elect us back. But then, man, when we make that old man, who's going to replace him in Liberia here? And then the understanding you're talking about the chairman address is not presentable to you. I believe he's one of those that's supposed to leave, man. He's one. He don't have no power to even talk to us. We employ him. We can move him. And you better employ him, and we can move him. No minister is above. If he's one of those, he's supposed to go. Now, what are you doing that for?
Okay, so you want...
passing through it. So you want to include the other policy, other different things?
So you want Daniel Sano to be replaced as one of the...
He's supposed to be fired.
Okay.
He'll be fired.
Okay.
He'll be one of those.
Thank you.
He and old man, they can abuse the public.
Okay.
Our government has been done a brother for it.
Okay. Thank you, Mr. Bowa.
He'll be fired.
Thank you, Mr. Bowa, for your participation. More calls 0777. This is a hardcore old man who hardcore supporter of the Unity Party, but this is his honest opinion. That there are things that are happening and there should be steps taken. Yeah, let's take more calls. 0777 959 959. Let's hear you. Good evening.
Hello.
Good evening.
Yeah, I'm Ibrahim. I join you from SD Kobo.
Let's hear you, Chief.
Umbrella, the only person I want to fire is Jeremy Pia.
Okay. Why do you want Jeremy Pia out of the government?
They always insult the public. So he's not functioning correct. So let the fire him. Okay.
Do you think... okay, he left the line. Let's take this person. Good evening. Okay, you left two as well. 0777 959 959. This is an honest conversation we are having. Whether you are a sedition, a Unity Party folks, let's have this conversation for our country. Do you think the current cabinet is performing? Do you think there's a need for a cabinet reshuffle? Who do you think the president should reshuffle? Let's hear you.
Okay, brother. First, I would like to appreciate you. I really love the way you can analyze as a neutral ballet. This is how we expect journalists. But as for me, the internal affairs we need reshuffle in there, and the commerce ministry, those are and labor. Okay, the internal affairs. The minister is the one you want to the minister, French Yomani, and Dallo, the labor ministry, the labor minister also. Okay. Yeah. Okay, the president should reshuffle them. Comrades or Matoli, okay. Comrades, the people underperforming. Okay. So you say internal affairs, Ministry of Labor, and Ministry of Commerce. Okay. Commerce. Okay. Need total reshuffle. The minister or all of assisting everybody should leave that place. Not doing nothing good there. Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you so kindly for your participation. More of your calls. Those of you online, you want to be a part, is +231 777 959 959 is the WhatsApp number, or you can call +231 778 1320 94 is the WhatsApp number. The local lines activated 0777 959 959. Let's hear you. Hello. Yeah, let's hear you. Welcome. Yeah, thank you for your topic on notice. You get me? Yes, go ahead. You are loud and clear. Yeah, thank you. The president that will have is a president that's listening or just talking head that said, hey, you're not a president that you can listen to people sing. So talking today, tomorrow, say be continue. Plenty to our men here that he normally pay attention to it. So no, we had our hair, just run it, every time be finished by the grace of God. Thank you. Let's do more calls. Let's take this person from the Lone Star MTN line. Let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you very much, my dear brother Brown, once again.
Okay, let's hear you.
Yeah, thank you. I really appreciate the topic on discussion and what discussing. And for the recommendations for the public and pocket, Robert, and I join you this easily for our known destinations. You see, for us, for the CDC, we always demonstrate what it takes to be a patriot, a nationalist, not a sycophant. For us on the CDC, that characteristic by being out to the full yet, and we will demonstrate. We will not say because we are in opposition and want to come out of power, so we will not give a fast that will be beneficial or that will benefit the country at large. Because, mind you, the benefit of poker, the country benefit is supersede. Even the benefit of my brother Brown, the country benefit supersede everybody benefit, even the president. So, because we want the country to benefit, and when the country benefit will benefit, we will give our own suggestion and our work benefit to EP. If the president, let's monitor his circle, we mean his circumference. The first thing you will look at, it will be the person where you see the people, the particular, or let's say, suggestion coming from.
Yeah, so Poka, I want you to just go straight to the point. Listen now, we don't have the last.
By doing research on him and law enforcement. Mind you, the information ministry is play higher role in the progress of the government workings. It's not going after certain people like older than you.
So lead our explanation. So you want the Minister of Information to be reshuffled.
The Minister and the Minister of Information are couple. Then the president stay with them first.
Okay.
Yes.
What next?
It's working for it.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Poka. Yeah, you made your point. More of your calls, man. 0777-959-959. Why the sedition say they not get fish to fry in the other oil? Yeah, you want to get people idea on how to run their government. Yeah, they. I know some of you are angry with some of the things that are happening, but yeah, see it. What you know is the right way to go in terms of running our country. Let's take more calls. This person, let's hear you.
What's my name, Mr. Bowa? See, these things are afraid. They don't know. They have checked all the keyhole. No space for them.
Oh, you think
so
you think the Pona get issue to talk about your government? You think everything?
They don't have to, they got no insight. They are welcome. I will not say something. They are welcome to say anything. But then they said they know you are done for. Now we're suffering there. They over here. You will stay be with us until. Thank you.
Okay. 0777-959-959. Yeah, one is sedition to kind again. Look. Some seditions are just saying, look, let it go with their government. Anything they want to let it do it. What we got to do? Oh no, waiting for the CCA. But as a sedition, they saying I'm talking right now. It says that says you're finished. We can't do what we do. But if the contract gets better, I know some of you know where the leakages are, and you United Partisans, you know where the leakages are in your government. I hear some United Partisans crying they don't have jobs. I heard Queen Johnson was complaining the other day that the little salary she make, too many partisans go to her to ask because they don't have jobs. She had to give them handouts and all of that. But yeah, if we would have made this the people to understand from the very beginning that government cannot absorb everybody. No, government is a very small, minute portion of the country's employment sector. The government cannot employ even 1/3 of the country's population because you don't have the job market. The ministry and agencies are there, they're not much. So the rest is squarely in the private sector. And the way to get the private sector active and running is to have investors. But with all these small things we're seeing, 19 million job bust, we're hearing all of these small other things that are happening. Which one of the investors want to come and invest in the country? So yeah, we can declare Liberia is open for investment. Liberia is a good country. Come and invest and all of that. We can sing all of those songs if the actual realities are not on the ground for the investors to see. They will not invest their money. So the United Party government is not 100%. There are issues happening. There are some ministers that are not performing. And the honest truth is that's the reality. There are some of them who are doing great. There are some of them who are doing their utmost best. Like the finance minister, he's trying. Now we see the stabilization of the rate for some months now. The rate has been stable. This is a good sign. This is a good sign. One of the ministers in this government that isn't working at all is the Minister of Commerce. She's always in Grand Bassel. I don't know whether she want to be senator of that county, but she's always there. She's better in Monrovia. The Ministry of Information, there should be a reconfiguration of that team. The minister is not different from the deputy. The deputy is not different from the minister. So there are leakages in the United Party administration, and we got to speak these things so that the government can take decisive steps. If you say as a United Party, the entire cabinet that you see is perfect, nothing is wrong, well, so be it. Then that is it. That is what you see. Others will say, yeah, for me, I see the cabinet isn't the way it's supposed to be. This other minister isn't performing. The other director isn't performing. This one is not happening, and we expect it to happen this way. That is what it should be. So let's hear you. The chairman of the United Party said there should be a reshuffle. In fact, he said there's a listing that he's preparing to give to the president that some of the people in the United Party administration that are not performing should be dismissed. That they're not giving their government good image. What do you say to that? Do you agree with Chairman Luther Tappet that there should be a serious reshuffle by the president? Do you agree that some of the ministers and directors of various agencies are not doing the work they're supposed to do? Let's take more calls. 077-959-959. Let's hear you. Yeah? Let's hear you.
Now, if it's story of doing drugs in the country, every more drugs. The police are doing drugs. They must also call my educator in a home. So tell us that it's too old to reach the shot in the future. I'm going to tell you number 3 about solution where I'm my wife.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
The Bible listening, I'm not saying 077-959-959. Let's take more calls. 077-959-959. 088-187-1670 are the numbers you can call to be a part of the program. Inside Liberia on Kear Radio 95.9 at 6 o'clock. We'll run for the news from our news and current affairs department. Our news team are already prepped, getting ready. Let's take a few more calls before we take leave of you. I would do it on the Monday. These issues are very important. Do you agree that there should be a reshuffle of the administration of the cabinet? What do you think? The Minister of Foreign Affairs is doing a great job for the United Party. Very good one. She's one of the person raising the bar high for the United Party. Let's take calls. This person, let's hear you.
Yeah, good evening, my brother.
Good evening, sir.
I'm sorry.
You want to walk away from where you are, small?
Okay, let me call that.
Hello? Hello, good evening. Okay. His network is actually terrible from where he is. We expect his call back. We expect that he calls back. Let's take more calls. This person, let's hear you. Hello, good evening.
Hello?
Yeah, good evening.
Yeah.
Good evening.
Are you okay? You talking about the reshuffle business, right?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay, thank you very much. I think if the party chairman, people talking about say party chairman got nothing to do about it, I don't want to believe that. Party chairman is almost a coach to the political party.
Okay.
You getting me?
Yes, sir.
And so the man, he has some part to play. If he's there and you are not performing, he has the right to get to the political leader or the president to let him know, look, the way I see the person is not performing well, or this and that. You can make that recommendation to the political leader. Okay. So I think no reason why people should be complaining about your captain. If you don't myself here, I want you to go back to his Bible and leave that political business there. Because you're not playing a role well.
Okay.
He's just supposed to be on our list.
Okay. He says I'll be on the list. Eh? I like that. Let me take this call. This person, good evening. Let's hear you.
Yeah, once more, Mr. Boba. Let the Liberian people to know that Rudolph Tappe, as the chairman for United Party, even if we approach the woman, when he comes in the party ground, he is our standard barrier. The man is the chairman. So he got the right to even go close to the president.
Okay.
The president for the nation. But when he comes here, okay, he's the standard barrier.
Okay.
No matter what we'll be fighting for him to get back.
Your points are well taken. Let's take this person. Good evening.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
Yeah, my name is James Westfield. You're right. Those are not performing, they should exit. And I want to make one recommendation.
Go ahead.
One of the directors that should go is the FDA. Here the deputy manager should go. They're not doing nothing for FDA.
Yes.
Thank you.
It's one of the places that is actually dormant. Yeah, I mean, I agree with you on this point, to be honest. Mohamed Donzo.
Yeah. Well, a member of Concerned Liberian for Justice, Mr. Brown, you know, while the chairman of the Union Party is saying, Union Party, this guy is cheating the entire government, the lack of leadership ability. They won't do anything for the Liberian people. So thank you.
Okay. He said it put like much in the entire government, but nothing will come out of it. Let's take more calls. This person, let's hear you.
How are you doing, sir?
Well, thanks for asking.
James Corey.